Hi, welcome to your final exam. The aviation weather final exam is here towards the bottom. It's either under modules or I have it under the home, but it also shows up under modules. So here's final exam. Click on that, and here's your information right here. So pretty straightforward. You should have been doing this most of the time now. It's fairly similar to all of the videos that I have. I'll do a sort of a quick one right now for a few days out from the actual flight. And this is for a flight from John Wayne Airport, right here, John Wayne Airport to STS Charles M. Schultz, Sonoma County. So the flight's going to be conducted on Wednesday, December 11th, this coming Wednesday. And that's when you conduct you're conducting the planning now, and then for a flight that departs at 12 local. So everything should be done by 12 local, and then you can submit it, and the submission deadline is midnight at December 11th. So when you are planning a flight, you would plan everything and then take a look an hour to 2 hours prior to the flight, get your latest update, and then be able to conduct that flight. So these are the instructions right here. The flight will take 3 hours and 56 minutes. There's some additional information for you when you call the briefer. So this gives you 4 days of planning. If you saw this instructions before, it had 7 days of planning. So if you started already, good. As the date comes closer, it gets more and more accurate with respect to the weather products. So this also gives you a template and an idea of everything that you need to do. So read this carefully and conduct it as such, and then give me a synopsis, as it states in here, as to what you are expecting and each day, and then what really is transpiring on that specific day. So right now it's Saturday, December 7th, and you still have the rest of today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning when the flight is conducted. So a standard briefing, according to the new book, is under 3.1.1, and it tells you what a standard briefing is all about. You're looking for adverse conditions. You're looking for VFR flight not recommended. Synopsis, give you an overall idea of what's happening. I'll go over some of it right now. Current and latest conditions, en route forecast, destination forecast, winds and temperatures aloft, and then notices to air missions. So that's basically the standard briefing, and of course you look at additional things as necessary. With respect to some of the videos that I have, the aviationweather.gov website, this one right here, I usually just type and aviationweather.gov pops up, and this is the main site that comes in. There's been changes, and there's always going to be changes, so be ready for that. Go ahead and continue to learn the website and your available products, and then be flexible for the changes. I do like this page right here and this page right here, but as I mentioned before, the forecast prog charts, not really forecast, they're prognostic charts, which is kind of like a forecast, sat down here, and they're no longer there. They are now over here under tools. So take a look on tools and come over to decision support imagery. If you've been keeping track of this and you really want to be a pilot, you would have found this already. Like I said, take a look at each one of these drop downs and see all the products available to you. This is just how to connect and get some idea of additional information that they put out. But these three main ones are going to be the beginning of the drop-down menus for everything. So let's take a look at decision support imagery. This is the one that would pop up before in the lower right corner. Go to the third tab for prognostic chart, and then we got the current conditions right here. So we have a high pressure system, and we have a cold front with a low pressure system over here, and a couple of troughs, a main trough right here that indicates something. I mentioned it before. It's not green or light green with the sense of a chance or the likelihood of rain. Up here with the magenta and more purplish colors is the likelihood or the chance of snow and freezing precipitation. Over here where it's warmer It's just the rain and again, the likelihood or the chance of rain, different levels of percentage of that occurring. On the elongated areas of low pressure, which is a trough, you don't have any of that. But I believe this right here and this right here is new. I had not seen it before, and I cannot find the legend for that indication. But I believe it stands for fog or low clouds and mist is my thought, because that's what a low pressure trough will cause. This time of year, we tend to have what's called the Thule fog in the central United States over here. Excuse me, in the central California over here. This used to be many years ago. This used to be a big old lake over here until it got big enough and broke through here, and the water started going into the ocean. But anyway, it's a big flat area, and that big flat area there, the inner California area, will accumulate fog and low-level fog, very dense fog, 1/8 of a mile, 1/16 of a mile fog, and the tops can be 100 feet, 200 feet, so not very high above, but very dense horizontally. That's what this low pressure trough can cause. So I'm seeing that for Saturday, December 7th. That's today. Let's take a look at the additional days forward. Over here, see what you've got over here. You interpret it for me. Go over here and then over there. Remember that in some cases these don't change. This one did change, that one did change, and that's another change. And up and through Sunday, we still have the trough there. Remember, the first few ones are fairly short in duration of time. They give you an idea in 6-hour increments, and then as you get over here, you start getting in larger increments of time. So 24 is there, 30 is there, and what is this date here? That's Monday. So you can see the value of this as time goes on. You can look way out ahead and then get an idea of what's expecting, and then see if that occurs or not. This is a lot of yellow right here. Again, I have not seen the information of what that means. There used to be a help down here on some of the other ones. I need to find this one. If you can find it, great. Let me know where the legend is for this. Click here. Yeah, that's not it. So anyway, you go ahead and go forward, get an idea of what you're expecting. I'm planning a flight from our area up into this area over here, so it's a big long trip that I need to get an idea when the weather's going to be good for. It's about a 3 or 4 day trip up there, or round trip. So I do this all the time when I am preparing. So this is Tuesday, December 10th, and then you've got Wednesday. There it is, Wednesday, December 11th at 12 UTC. What time is that local? So that's the morning of Wednesday. What are you expecting? You tell me. And then this one should be the following day. Nice and interesting. Okay. Definitely not going all the way up there in the airplane that we're taking there and bringing back is not IFR capable, so this kind of weather would not be good going over here. What is this? What is that? What is that? You should know by now. Okay, so that gives me an idea of that, what's going on there. And then I like to go over here, and I like to go zoom into here and pick this. In this case, you're going to pick that, a couple of these others, all the way up to here to get an idea of what's going on over there and what they're thinking. I'm going to pick this one. This gives you your synopsis. Here's the synopsis area up here. I know there was another place that we can find it, but this is the way I get this one. So here is your area forecast discussion and your synopsis, part of the standard briefing. Much cooler weather expected Sunday and Monday. Light source, short term up through Tuesday, and then the longer term Wednesday through Saturday. So this takes you all the way up to Saturday for our area, and then this gives you the aviation portion of it. Okay, so just giving you a quick rundown on what the other videos have, and kind of giving you an idea how to continue with the final exam. I always go back over here by just putting aviationweather.gov back here, and then this will give us our current conditions. Oh, I went to Chicago for a little while. Come back over here, and this area over here, where is STS? Right in this vicinity. See if I can zoom in there. So currently today, and on that day you would look in here, there's CCR, and STS is right there. Sonoma County, what do they have right now? Okay, on the 7th day at 22:53 Zulu, winds 180 at 3, 10 miles visibility in Fu. In Fu, what is Fu? Smoke. Broken at 25,000, so high clouds, but there's smoke in the area. Temperature 18, dew point 10. What does that mean with respect to low clouds and fog? Altimeter 3013, and then remarks AO2. It's an automated weather observation station with a precipitation discriminator. Sea level pressure, what is that one? 1019.8. So it's higher than 1013, and that correlates with 3013. If you hit the more, you get a good amount of weather for the past, geez, how many hours is that? It's quite a bit. Look at that, 2.5 miles in mist, 3/4 miles in mist, clear skies, but 3/4 of a mile visibility. That should get your attention as a private pilot. Temperature dew point is equal at 8, which normally, if there's moisture, equals low visibilities. Okay, that's what you look for. 53, 39, 17, 53. I'm just looking at the timestamps, seeing how often it changes. 1/4 mile in fog. Vertical visibility 100 feet. So if you look up, you can only see 100 feet. So pretty thick type stuff. And that's the value of hitting that little button for that. So are you going to make it there? Can you make it there? What time can you make it there? If you're going to fly, you can make decisions, because if you saw, let me go back over here again, and here, 10 miles in smoke, 10 miles BC becoming fog. I got to see what BC means. I forgot. I don't know if it's becoming fog. Might be something else. But that gets you an idea. Would you conduct this flight today? What time could you get there? This particular timestamp might be good. Clear skies, 11 degrees 9 dew point. So you got a nice little spread there, but it gets bad quickly. This is older, and the latest weather's up here. So old timestamps, as you come over here, you can see how it was nice and clear and so forth at 01:53 Zulu. What's that? Our local time. And then it gets worse, and then it starts getting better again over here. So what time of the day is that occurring? Well, if you're going to be flying in those neighborhood towards that area, in that neighboring area, then what does it mean to you? All right, let's come back here to the final exam. So this should mean a little bit more to you now, and then go ahead and submit it when you are ready. Go back to home, and you know what? I'm going to give you just a little more time on this one, so that you can use that day to completely examine it, write about it, figure it out. Usually you don't have any more time if you're going to do the flight. You need to be ready to conduct that flight that morning, but since you are going to write about it and let me know what it was, normally you would just get the idea, concept, go fly, and then you would use all the data. But in this case, you're writing about it, so I'm going to give you a little more time. I need to submit grades, so that's why I can't give you a ton of time. So it's going to be due December 12th at 11:59, so you got an entire day and a half to complete it, and then I will make it turn into a pumpkin on December 12th at 11:59. So when it's due, you will not have access to it again because I have to submit grades. Okay, save it. It's all there, ready for you, and hope you enjoy the journey.